In a divorce, mom pretty much got nothing. I'm not going to leave my mom by herself.
Neither am I.
So I'm going to make sure my mother's taken care of. None of my siblings have.
The narrative surrounding Toni Braxton's financial struggles, her complex relationship with Birdman, and the heavy burden of supporting her family paints a vivid picture of a woman whose personal and professional life has been marked by both extraordinary success and profound challenges. Toni Braxton, an R&B icon whose soulful voice and heartfelt lyrics have resonated with millions, has sold over 70 million records worldwide, earning 7 Grammy Awards and numerous other accolades. Yet, despite her monumental achievements, her journey has been fraught with financial hardship, health battles, and familial responsibilities that have weighed heavily on her. The recent revelations about her brief marriage to Birdman and the subsequent divorce filing have sparked widespread speculation about her motives, particularly in light of her well-documented financial troubles. This story, woven together from various sources and public sentiments, delves into the intricacies of her life, exploring the interplay between her career, health, family dynamics, and the controversial marriage that has left fans and observers questioning. Toni Braxton's rise to fame began in the late 1980s, when she performed alongside her sisters as part of the Braxtons. Her solo career took off in 1993 with the release of her self-titled debut album, which soared to #1 on the Billboard 200, driven by hits like Breathe Again and Another Sad Love Song. The album, produced by industry giants like Babyface and L.A. Reid, sold 10 million copies worldwide, cementing her status as a powerhouse in R&B. Her follow-up album, Secrets, featuring the global smash Unbreak My Heart, further solidified her legacy, with the single alone moving 10 million units. These accomplishments, however, masked a darker reality. Despite generating over $170 million in record sales for her label, Arista Records, Braxton was left with shockingly little. She revealed that her royalties amounted to less than $2,000 after being forced to cover expenses like clothes, travel, studio time, and music video production. This financial exploitation led her to file a lawsuit against Arista and, in January 1998, to declare bankruptcy for the first time. The situation was so dire that she faced accusations of fraudulently transferring $53,000 to her then-husband, Kerry Lewis, to avoid repaying creditors. Braxton's financial woes continued into the 2000s, compounded by her health struggles. Diagnosed with lupus in 2008 after collapsing during a Las Vegas performance, she faced a chronic illness that brought constant threats of blood clots and pulmonary embolisms. The physical and emotional toll was immense, and in 2010, her condition forced her to cancel a lucrative Las Vegas residency. The cancellation was a financial disaster, as the insurance did not cover the losses, leaving Braxton to foot the bill for production costs, hotel rooms, band salaries, and more. This led to her second bankruptcy filing, a move she attributed directly to her illness and the lack of insurance support. The financial strain was further exacerbated in 2019 when the IRS and the California Franchise Tax Board filed liens against her for nearly $500,000 in back taxes for 2017, highlighting the persistent nature of her economic challenges. Throughout these struggles, Braxton shouldered the responsibility of supporting her family, a burden that she has described as draining the life out of her. As the most successful member of the Braxton family, she became the de facto provider, a role that came with immense pressure. On the reality show Braxton Family Values, she revealed that she felt obligated to care for her mother, Evelyn, and her siblings, despite the toll it took on her. Tamar Braxton, her youngest sister, was the only sibling who consistently stepped up to help, particularly with their mother's needs, such as car insurance and other expenses. Other sisters, like Trina and Tawanda, were less supportive, with Braxton noting that they even charged her for their work on her tours, Trina for background singing and Tawanda as an executive assistant. This dynamic led to tension, as Braxton felt that her contributions were taken for granted, with her family treating her like Toni's savings and loans. The stress of these responsibilities, coupled with her health issues, led her to speculate that the pressure may have contributed to her lupus, a sentiment echoed by Tamar, who expressed sympathy for the weight her sister carried. The family's dynamics were further complicated by their public platform on Braxton Family Values, where these issues were laid bare. Braxton spoke candidly about the strain of being the primary breadwinner, a role she felt obligated to fulfill since her sister Tracy told her, "When you make it, you can help us." This expectation became a heavy burden, leaving Braxton feeling unable to live her own life. The show also highlighted conflicts, such as when her sisters accused her of allowing the devil to break up their family, a charge that deeply hurt her. Tamar's efforts to alleviate some of the financial and emotional load were a rare bright spot, but the overall narrative was one of Braxton carrying an overwhelming responsibility with little reciprocation from most of her siblings. Amid these challenges, Braxton's relationship with Birdman, whose real name is Brian Christopher Williams, became a significant part of her story. The two, who had been friends for over 15 years, began dating in 2016. Birdman provided crucial support during Braxton's lupus battle, checking on her daily during tours and offering emotional reassurance. In a 2018 interview with People, Braxton described him as her bestie, someone who made her feel comfortable being herself, lupus and all. This support was particularly meaningful given her insecurities about dating with a chronic illness, which she feared would make her a burden. Birdman's presence was a source of comfort, and their relationship deepened, leading to an engagement in 2018. Braxton announced the news on Braxton Family Values, proudly showing off a canary yellow diamond ring designed by Birdman. He, in turn, gushed about her on the Wendy Williams show, calling her his love, soldier, and everything. The engagement, however, was fraught with challenges. Plans for a wedding were repeatedly delayed due to Braxton's work commitments and family drama. She expressed excitement about a Gatsby-themed wedding, envisioning an elegant yet sexy affair, but the couple struggled to set a date. In 2019, the engagement was called off, with Birdman posting a cryptic "It's over" on Instagram and Braxton sharing a message about new beginnings. The breakup was particularly dramatic given the loss of her $5 million engagement ring, which she claimed was stolen from her checked luggage, a situation that raised eyebrows and fueled speculation. The most shocking twist came in 2024 when court documents revealed that Braxton and Birdman had secretly married on August 8th. Just 2 days later, they separated, and Braxton filed for divorce 2 weeks after the wedding, citing an irretrievably broken marriage. The use of their initials, TB and BW, in the documents did little to conceal their identities, and the news sent shockwaves through the media and fanbase. By January 2025, Braxton dismissed the divorce petition, with Birdman signing off, suggesting a possible reconciliation. The rapid sequence of events, marriage, separation, divorce filing, and dismissal sparked widespread speculation, particularly given Braxton's financial history. Some sources, including posts on X, claimed she sought a $160 million divorce settlement, fueling rumors that the marriage was a strategic move to secure a financial windfall. Others suggested a more modest $80 million, but these figures remain unverified and are treated as inconclusive. The speculation about Braxton's motives is understandable given her financial struggles, but it overlooks the complexity of her relationship with Birdman. Their history, marked by long-term friendship, mutual support, and an on-again, off-again romance, suggests deeper emotional ties. Braxton's statements about Birdman's support during her lupus battle indicate a genuine connection, and their reconciliation after the divorce filing points to an attempt to salvage their relationship. However, the optics of a 2-day marriage followed by a divorce filing are undeniably suspicious, particularly in light of her past bankruptcies and tax liens. The financial strain of supporting her family, coupled with the exploitation she faced from her record label, may have created a desperate situation, but there is no concrete evidence to confirm that the marriage was solely a financial ploy. Public sentiment, as reflected in posts on X and media reports, is divided. Some fans expressed shock and confusion with comments like, "Them together will never make any sense to me," while others applaud the couple for working things out, saying they stayed together and worked it out. Next, the secrecy of the marriage and the lack of public comment from Braxton and Birdman since the dismissal of the divorce petition leave much unclear. Their social media accounts offer no clues, as both have scrubbed photos of each other, and Braxton's posts have been minimal since early 2019. The couple's history of denying marriage rumors, as Braxton did in December 2023 when she called such claims fake news, adds to the ambiguity.